What's up, guys? In this video, I'm going to tell you a crazy jail story of how I used to get weapons from the guards. Okay? So, this happened while I was in one of the multiple county jails I was bounced around from prior to ever getting sentenced and going down to prison. This was while I was still fighting my case. So, I'm in this county jail. We're in a maximum security unit, and there's a lot of drama here. It's all gangs in here. Everybody in there is a violent offender. People want to fight and cut each other over dumb shit. And as much as I'm not down with that, and I go out of my way to avoid that, not only for myself, but for other people as well, the reality is sometimes shit happens. And I'm not going to be stuck there like a sucker without a weapon and somebody fucking put a knife in me. So for that reason, it's just one of those things. It's a fact that in jail, you got to be able to protect yourself. In certain places, you will get cut the fuck up. So better to, cut somebody else, even kill somebody else potentially, and live to see another day than just be a victim and let somebody slice your throat. So the way I was getting a weapon from the guards every week is actually crazy. I never thought that I would be able to pull this off. Okay, but once a week, they would come and they would bring razors for everybody in the unit who wanted to. You got to sign one out, and you get it for only 10 minutes or less sometimes. And you shave and you return it. When you return it, they look at it. They're supposed to inspect it, and they throw it in a garbage bag, and then they cross your name off. So what I was able to do was I was able to take these razor blades that the guards are giving me, right? Not only for me, but sometimes for people that were with me as well. And I take the razor and I pop it open, and there's a little razor blade in there that I just popped right out. Now, when I popped that out, before I knew how to do it, I was just messing with it, looking at it, like thinking, how can I replace or, put something that would resemble at least this blade in order to return it to the guard, get my name crossed off, and me keep the blade. And what I came up with was they sell on Canteen potato chips, okay, bags of potato chips. And those bags of potato chips on the inside have a reflective coloring, okay? So it's not foil, it's like basically mirror. And it looks just like metal if you use it correctly. So what I was able to do was I was able to cut a piece of that plastic, of that potato chip bag to the exact dimensions of the actual blade that I popped out of the plastic shaving thing. So I pop it out, I pop out the real one, I pop in the potato chip bag one, I seal it back up, it clicks in place, and I go and I return it. And they just look at it, and I threw it right in the bag. Normally, it never leaves my hand. And it got to the point that I was doing this every single week, where every single Spanish gang member in that whole cell block had at least one of these razors that came from me. Okay, so sometimes I wouldn't even have to go return it myself. One of my people would just grab it from me, go up the stairs and say, hey, this is from Hollywood, and throw it in the bag, and the guard would accept it. So I don't know if anybody else ever did this. I kept this to myself. I didn't share with anybody how I was doing it because I didn't want to fuck things up, and I didn't want the administration to figure this out. But I would say I took at least 50 razor blades from the guards to me that we then made into weapons and used as needed. Again, guys, this is not something that I'm proud of. It's not something that I think cool, but this is the fucking reality. And as always, my main motive in telling you these stories is for you to understand that jails and prisons are like a living hell. You don't want to be there. The last thing you ever want is to be in a situation where you are forced to shed blood or die, or be fucking hospitalized and brought very close to death, or even worse, be sexually molested and raped. These things are not as common as they portray in the movies, but shit happens. There's sick fucking people in there, a lot of them. And they're all in there for being fucking predators for the most part. So these are not nice people. So anyway, guys, I wanted to share that story with you. I thought you'd be interested in hearing it, but this is how I got a weapon from the guards every single week in that county jail. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll talk to you next time. Thanks.